single mother is allowed to spend her child support money on whatever she wants, and let me tell you why. I've been seeing a lot of controversy on what a woman can and cannot spend her child support money on. People are making TikToks about it, people are talking on their podcasts about it, saying that a single mother is not allowed to spend her child support money on her electricity, on her rent, or on her Wi-Fi. Let me just break it down for you on why a single mother is allowed to spend child support money on whatever she would like. So let's say a single mother goes to the store on the first of the month and she buys her child all new clothes and all new shoes, and she spends $300 on her child, and now her child has everything they need. But then on the 15th of the month, she goes back to the store to buy diapers and wipes for her child and spends $200, right? That's $500. Now let's say on the 21st of the month, the father of her child sends her $350. She is allowed to take money from that child support and pay her electric. She is allowed to pay her Wi-Fi. She is allowed to use that money for her rent, because that money is a reimbursement of what she already spent on the child, and it's not even a complete reimbursement. Not to mention, a lot of these men that are paying child support are only paying what the judge tells them to pay. So they are not helping cover the cost of childcare the single mom is paying for, just so she could put her child in childcare so that she can work to pay for that childcare. And best believe those men are not paying for food for the child weekly, are not buying new clothes for the child, are not buying new shoes for the child. They're only sending a set amount that woman has to deal with. So if a single mother is paying for everything for her child throughout the month, and the father of her child has to pay $10 in child support, $100 in child support, or $1,000 in child support, every amount is different, and she decides to spend that money on her electric, on her rent, that is fine.
Okay, so I went and looked up some statistics, and I'll just give you the summary here. It says, many dads do, in fact, go beyond court-ordered payments, supplying school clothes, groceries, and other essentials. A large number remain connected, visiting regularly, or engaging emotionally. When their parenting role is supported, compliance and involvement tend to be higher. And then no, there is no strong evidence that all dads only pay the mandated child support and stop there. That's a simplistic stereotype. Okay, so we look at 46% of non-resident dads, basically meaning that dads are not in the home. Okay, 46% of them provide in-kind contributions, non-cash support, receipts, 65% of custodial dads. Okay, regular visits about 3 to 6 times per week, and this is just talking about African-American dads. It does have debt and involvement drops. So if they owe somewhere around $7,700 in arrears, then they're probably seeing their child 3 or fewer times per month, which is crazy work. So I don't know where you got that from. Once again, a lot of times, and people can be wrong, but a lot of times modern women just get on here just talking and lying just to justify not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I do understand and agree with some of your points, but you're lying on some of that stuff, saying that father's not present.
Girl, this nigga got me a black truck and he took me to Rodeo Drive. I think I found the dumbest alive. Ain't no nigga me. Let me call you back, sis. I'm hopping out.
These are for you.
Period.
You deserve it, beautiful.
Oh my God. I feel like
it.
Cardi B right now. I find me the better man.
I never play about you.
So what you brought me to Rodeo Drive for?
I'm taking you shopping.
Oh my
Whatever
God.
store you want to go to Rodeo Drive, I got it.
I pray your mother's not alive no more so she can't influence your
I got
mind
something
about
else
me.
for you. I got something else for you.
Is that a Range Rover? All that manifestation.
Got the Range Rover. Got the
works.
Range Rover for you.
Hold on, let me record you. Give me the keys.
It's all yours.
Tell
It's
my
all
girlies,
yours.
don't settle for nothing less. First date vibes. If he not come like this, he's a
You
bum.
brought your kid?
Yeah, I couldn't afford a babysitter, so I just brought my kid along with me. I hope that's fine.
Listen. Your kid is my kid.
And he's stepdaddy material.
Modern women will find all of this and be like, he's a good man, but he's not the man for me.
So today is Friday and I got my child support check and I don't know what to spend it on. I'm gonna go leave my kids at their grandmother's house and I'm probably gonna go out drinking with my husband, go out and gamble a little bit, maybe go shopping. The kids don't need anything because I provide everything for them. So I might just go ahead and splurge on myself with my little child support check.
Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen, man. I got this article I'm reading right now. I don't know how true it is, but it's about child support. So do not skip, do not scroll. Listen to what I'm about to say, man. Again, I don't know what's going on, but it says, this is an article I'm reading today. It says, allegedly, Donald Trump proposes new child support reform bill. According to online sources, Donald Trump has allegedly introduced a new bill aimed at reforming how child support funds can be used. The proposed legislation would purportedly restrict child support usage to purchases strictly for the child, meaning funds could only be used at verified kid-related stores for items such as children's clothing, school supplies, food, healthcare, and other child-specific necessities. The bill, if passed, would enforce spending regulations by linking child support cards to a system that blocks purchases not directly tied to the child's needs, potentially preventing misuse of funds on personal expenses unrelated to the child. Now listen, hear me out. Many people are praising the alleged proposal, saying it protects the purpose of the child support. Others argue it may be too restrictive for custodial parents. What are your thoughts on this alleged bill? Is it a step in the right direction or government overreach? Y'all let me know. In my opinion, y'all already know I got 2 children, so if the mothers of my children were paying child support and my kids was living with me, I wouldn't have a problem with this because everything that the child needs, the child gets. I don't need to spend the money on my barbershop fees. I don't need to spend the money on my clothes. I don't need to spend the money on dates or taking another woman out with the money. All I need the money spent for is what my kids need. That's what child support should be for. So, I don't know. Sounds like a reach, but we'll see if this is a real bill. But who knows?
I think some of the issue comes in, and I understand there are some women out there that are literally buying stuff for the child and they need the help from the child support check to take care of the child. Got it. But then you also have a good number of women out there that are straight up lying. And not only are they lying for like, oh, a little lie here, a little lie there. They're lying for literal years, literal decades, and having the children believe your dad never ever wanted to come see you. He never did. In fact, he never paid for anything. He didn't pay for your college. He didn't pay for your medical bills. He didn't pay for schooling, nothing. He didn't pay for anything for you guys. He was an absent father. He doesn't love you. He never even so much as wrote you a letter. When the fact of the matter is, in his specific situation, the man was right down the street. Tried to come see his kids, was blocked from doing it. Mom, I think, ended up moving away, making it hard for him to follow her around and still maintain running his business. Number one. Number two, the man spent millions trying to make sure his kids were covered, had health insurance, were able to get to college and go through school, no questions asked. But these women will paint a narrative that the man isn't involved. And so the little bit of child support that they get, they should be able to spend it on whatever they want, however they want. But once again, you can be a bitter baby mama, and there is a lot of them out there. So this is why maybe a bill like this, maybe it doesn't stop everything, but it's a deterrent. It encourages you and suggests that you use the money for the right thing. The system and the overhauls that are going to have to happen in order to put this in place are probably pretty good. But with technology, you really can't put it past this to have the ability to put it in place. But the point and the fact of the matter is, there are some women out here that are lying. They're misusing the funds, and men are tired of it.
I'm about to go to work, bro. What are you doing here, bro?
I told you I need some money. Your son needs some diapers. He needs some water. He needs some food. And I need to get my hair done. So
That's not my problem getting your hair done, bro.
I texted you and told you I was coming up here to get the money to get my hair done.
Oh, we big man.
He hungry. What about the money that you got last month?
What money? That money got spent. I have to take care of him every day. What are you talking about? I
Bro,
have to eat every day. I have to eat every day. We got stuff to do. That money been spent. I need some money to get my hair done. I already
what
have
does you happen to eat got anything to do with
and
me?
my son need him a couple of things. He needs some new clothes. He needs some shoes. I mean, you working. You got a job, right?
But-
You weird.
How am I weird? Because I don't want to get your hair done.
It's cool, though. It's cool. You won't be seeing your son no more.
I'm calling the police.
Daddy hasn't done nothing wrong. But daddy's gonna see you, baby. Daddy's gonna see you, baby. Come.
No.
You don't want me?
No.
You don't want me?
No.
You don't want me?
No. Daddy, please no. Please no. Please no.
You love me?
No.
You love me?
The police is gonna get you.
The police is not gonna do nothing to me. I have nothing. I didn't do nothing wrong, baby.
My daddy didn't do nothing.
I didn't do nothing wrong. I just want to see you, baby. That's it. That's all. That's all. Come. Come. Callie, come. Come.
Okay.
Come.
Okay. I'm not gonna
I'm your daddy. I'm your daddy. You could come here. You could come here. You could come here.
Daddy.
Come. Buddy, that's not your daughter, bro. I just want to see my kid. I really don't care what you guys got going on. I just want to see my kid. That's it.
But there's no way of going about it.
There is a way, and it's in motion. But what you've been doing, keeping my kid away from me, that's illegal. Come, baby, come. I didn't do nothing wrong. I haven't done nothing wrong. I haven't done, huh?
She said no.
What she said?
She just said no.
She didn't say nothing. You don't want to see your daddy? Why not? They putting things in your brain. I don't need to do nothing, buddy. I don't need to do nothing, buddy. This is my daughter. This is my daughter, buddy. This is my daughter, buddy. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. This is my daughter. This is my daughter.
You need to stop that.
Callie.
She doesn't feel comfortable.
She don't feel comfortable with you. She don't know what for. Listen. I just want to see my kid. That's it. I just want. Come, Callie, come. Callie, come.
Case in point right here. That's not your daughter, sir. You need to get that man. If it's his time to have the child, you need to give that man his daughter. Doing things like this, I know you're trying to help out the situation and make sure that she doesn't get hurt. But there's a certain way that you go about these things. I think you understand that when you start stepping between a man and his child, especially it looks like he has a girl there, his daughter, you're begging, you're pleading for trouble.
How old are you?
19.
Relationship status?
Single.
Why do you think you're single at 19?
Because I choose to be.
For what reason?
Because I date to marry.
So you'd only date somebody if you know you'd have a future with them?
Yeah.
What qualifications would a guy need?
He has to be intentional. I'm also Christian, so I would want him to be Christian. Be a man of God and a man who fears God. And a man who is intentional with creating a future.
That's
How
really
tall
nice.
does he have to be?
I don't care, as long as he's taller than me.
Short things allowed?
Yeah, I don't care. It's pretty easy to be taller than me anyways.
And by God-fearing, do you mean does he have to be very religious or just can he just go once a week to church and be kind of...
No, I would want him to be really religious because I am, and I don't want to go by myself on Sundays. I want him to lead our family. Yeah.
So you put God first, man second, and then you under him?
Yes.
And the child under you?
No, the child before me.
I'll eat them for breakfast. I mean, I'll finish them off in 24 hours. I also need someone to handle me. And only an alpha or a double alpha can do that.
Double alpha? They're making double alphas now? The f is a double alpha doing? What does that look like? How many goddamn cold plunges do you have to do to get to double level alpha status? This cannibal lady's gonna eat you for breakfast. Now you're quadruple sextuple alpha. You thought you were double alpha. 10x that billion that 32 What if
For you to sit up here and say that you want a double alpha means that you've already lost at life. You're already living in a fantasy world, making things up, and nobody, absolutely nobody, is going to take you seriously.
All right. My son has been raised with 3 sisters and with me as a mom. And I need to make sure he knows the difference between princess treatment and bare minimum, okay? And who better to have here than his big sister, Kelly? It's going down. All right, it's getting hot out here. I think Caden needs cooled down.
Princess treatment or bare minimum? Paying for their food.
Oh, that's bare minimum.
Okay.
Good job. Good job. High five. Raised right, raised right. Okay.
Princess treatment or bare minimum opening the car door for them?
I think, like, bare minimum.
Yeah. 100%. Why did it take you so long to answer?
Just because flowers.
Too long. Took you too long.
Okay.
Caden, that's bare minimum.
Okay.
That is bare minimum.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Do I get showered if I say bare minimum, but it's street parent?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If it's princess treatment, of course.
Yeah.
Nothing but okay.
Okay.
That's
Paying for their nails and hair appointments.
bare minimum.
Bare minimum. That's right.
Cooking for them when they're hungry.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. Speak louder, kid. Bare minimum.
Taking her on a shopping spree.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. That's right.
Back rubs and massages after a long day.
I would expect the same, so bare minimum.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
Filling up their water bottle.
Bare minimum.
Yep.
That's like not even, that takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point. Killing spiders and bugs that are in the house.
Bare minimum.
Yep.
Bare minimum.
Making sure she comes home to a clean house.
Bare minimum.
Bare minimum.
Always driving when it's the two of you.
Yeah, bare minimum.
Okay. Leaving the toilet seat up.
Is that actually one of them? Oh, I thought you...
How about putting the toilet seat down? How about putting the toilet seat down?
Okay, that's bare minimum.
Okay. How about try it here?
Okay.
Turns out...
My turn.
No! No, don't get me. Don't. No. This is not princess treatment.
That man gonna leave there and forget all of the foolishness and stupidity that y'all was talking about.
So my situationship just ended, and I was literally telling my friends, I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for this, but like, he's making this seem like it's going to be a relationship. Like, anyway, so then we decided to have a conversation today, and he gets here, and whatever, he apologizes for some stuff, fine. And then I was like, okay, where do we go from here? And he goes, I think it's a no. And I was just like, of course you do. Like, there's a certain type of guy who thinks that they're a good guy because they don't like cheat and do anything like super nefarious, but they're not a good guy because they don't operate like a good guy, like Phil. And he was like, if you have any questions, like, do you have any questions? And I was like, well, what would I ask? Like, what do you want me to ask? Why it's a no? Like, no, I don't really need you to tell me why you don't like me. Why would I invite that into my space? Watching this space for him to tell me why he doesn't want to be with me. I was like, no, quit. And he was like, well, if any questions come up, you can text me and I'll respond. I'm just like, again, what questions would I have? If it's a no, if you think it's a no, then why would I have a question? Like, you just gave me the answer. The answer is a rejection. I was just like, I'm sick and tired, and it's my damn fault. I let these mid-ass men, I was so far out of that man's league, so far out of his league. And I let these mid-men just absolutely dog me out. It is absolutely insane. It's like I have a superpower. But anyways, she's single. I am going on a Hinge break. I'm letting the internet know.
Well, I think he was just trying to communicate effectively when he was asking you, did you have any questions? So many times you guys say that you want somebody who's emotionally available, who communicates effectively, who's emotionally intelligent, who reads the room, who holds who holds space for you, and all of that other nonsense that you be talking about. And when he does it, you get on here, have a story time about how you can't control your emotions. Isn't that something?
I'm 22 years old and my boyfriend pays all of our bills, and it's still not sweet. I wish before I moved out I had somebody to tell me, like, honestly, I really truly believe that dating is for living separately and living together is for marriage. Even though I don't pay any bills, y'all, it is so hard. I'm in school. Even when I was just in school, like, dishes never ending, laundry never ending, having to cook, making sure that somebody else is good. Like, you're responsible for another human being to...
I've never understood the complaining. If y'all check the comments, it's women agreeing with her. They're telling her, hey, girl, move out of there. You have a lot of room to blossom, and you shouldn't be living with a man if he's not your husband. You have a lot of room to grow, and woo. Agreeing with her. But it's like this. She's talking about washing clothes and doing dishes. Those are things you're going to do anyway, first of all. It's normal chores. And then she's talking about it's stressful, it's hard when you're a full-time student and you're living for free. Your boyfriend is going to work at his job paying all the bills while you're going to school for free, making sure he's taking care of you. He's doing more for you than you're doing for him. I'm just going to be honest. You're complaining about living for free, which most people don't have. A lot of people aren't living for free going to school, first of all.
You said what?
I doubt you're talking about referring to how women think of you.
Yes, with the way women compliment me, the way children compliment me is top tier notch. That's what I expect because that's just what I'm used to. And if my man is just like, you're pretty.
Let me tell you something. If girls called you pretty,
they do.
But men never did. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't feel the way you feel about yourself. That's a fact. Because
what? Girl, boy, you got me. I call myself pretty. Look at me.
Even ugly people do that though. So like,
but ugly, like, I'm sorry, but like, I actually own a mirror, and there is nothing. It's impossible. You can't call me ugly. It's impossible.
But you're missing the point.
But do you understand what I'm saying? So if I know that I'm beautiful, do you think? Listen to me. Do not cut me off. Just give me a second. I'm gonna talk, and then I'll let you have the floor. If I know that I'm stunning and gorgeous and just absolutely, I can't believe that I'm real at times. If I know that and I'm with someone and all they do is just, oh yeah, you look pretty. Like I get, yeah, like, hey babe, how's my outfit? How does my makeup look? It's cool.
You're missing the point.
Do you understand? That's insane to me. It's almost disrespectful to be okay with that.
You're missing the point, but of course you would.
What's the point? What's the point?
The point is, you saying that you like compliments is not disrespectful. Mm-hmm. But you referencing, right, what you're used to, which at the end of the day is when you're telling me that, oh, I'm talking about how women and children think I'm pretty because...
I'll tell you, the other day I went out and a man, you know what...
I'm still skipping. I'll let you talk, right?
Go ahead.
Like, what are you doing?
Oh, no.
Like, if children and women were the only people that ever thought you were pretty or said you were pretty, you wouldn't feel the way you did. And that's a fact.
So, okay.
For you to refute that.
Okay. When you say
if all men thought you were ugly, right, but said that you're pretty, you wouldn't feel the way you feel about yourself.
If women.
So when you tell me, oh, this is what I'm used to, I'm not thinking that you're referring to women or children because you're not. It is what it is.
Okay. So if men didn't think that, but women and children did, when you say you wouldn't feel how you feel about yourself, what does that mean?
Like how you feel like you're so gorgeous.
Well, I think that even if everybody on the planet called me ugly, I'm natural.
Well, the whole point that I'm saying is that when you said...
No, but I do think that it's important.
I'm talking. The whole point was that when you said that this is not what I'm used to, you weren't talking about girls. So that's why I said it's disrespectful.
That's not true. See, that's not true. That is you assuming, and you already know what that does to you and me. I'm not talking...
I'm not assuming because I just gave you the cold hard facts.
But I'm telling you, you're assuming that I meant that for men. Whenever I told you, that's not what I'm used to. You're assuming that meant for men, and that's never what came out of my mouth. That was you assuming.
It didn't have to.
See, but that's you again assuming. That's not my fault that you're assuming. I'm literally telling you. And also, just so you know,
You don't say something directly.
and that wasn't even indirect either. Because trust me, if I would have said that's not what I'm used to from men, I would have told you that straight up. Straight up. Now, let me tell you something. The way I feel about myself has nothing to do with what children and women and whatever they think about me. I own a mirror, and I have never been ugly. You said, okay, well, now that you told me that that's not what you're used to, then I'll compliment you less. And I said, well, then I'm going to go get it somewhere else.
Okay, cool.
That's what I said that you were mad at? I mean, sprinkle. No, but like literally.
I'm not saying. What are you talking about, nigga? Like, what are you talking about right now?
No.
That's the only, in this situation, that's the only thing that you need to be doing is hanging up in her face. She's just there to act silly. She's just there to get you upset, raise your blood pressure, and say a bunch of dumb stuff. She knows what she's saying is stupid. That's it. End of story. If a man compliments you and you say that compliment is not good enough, if a man says, yeah, you look good, you look pretty, thank you. Oh, you look beautiful, thank you. A man doesn't have to go into some sort of diatribe of how you look. Oh man, you're so great. Oh man, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so radiant. Look at the light hitting your nose just right. And don't do that. If a man is complimenting you, if he's showing you affection and love, don't be weird. This is what men get tired of.
So this is to all you men out there that call yourself wanting to do house dates. So I don't mind doing a house date, but these are my standards when it comes to house dates. First off, if I'm driving to your house, I automatically, the first thing I want you to do, the very first thing I want you to do is fill up my tank. Like, no questions asked. Fill up my tank. Fill it all the way up to it clicks. Not halfway, not put halfway in a quarter, not a quarter tank. Fill it all the way up. You know, the moment I reach the destination, we going straight to the gas station and you're going to fill up my tank. Second, once you get done filling up my tank, we go back to your house. I expect a home cooked 4-course meal. Full course meal, cooked. Organic, preferably. If you don't feel like cooking, which I get it, you can DoorDash me some really good food. No fast food. I don't do fast food. No McDonald's, no Taco Bell, Burger King. I am not a McDonald's. I am not a Taco Bell girl. Like, no. If you're gonna DoorDash me some food, it's gonna be high quality 5-star restaurant foods. Like, at least. Or cook me a 4-course meal.
At this point, she'd be lucky to get a McDonald's order, because with that type of demand, it's going to be hard to find any guy willing to even consider seeing her. One thing's for sure, she's in for a lot of canceled dates.
After you get done cooking me a 4-course meal and I get done eating, then I expect. So after my 4-course meal, like, you know, we get done eating, like, you know, I'm gonna want like a back rub. You know, I just got done driving, like, you know, I drove a ways to come see you. So like the gentleman thing to do would be to like rub my shoulders a bit. So like those are my 3 standards. Like, you know, thoughts, opinions on it. If you feel like it's too high, then that's on you. But these are my standards when it comes to house dates. So like, and I'm not going anything lower than that. Like, I'm not coming to your house unless you're willing to fill up my tank and give me good food. So yeah, if you feel like that's too high, then yeah, I'm not changing them. So yeah. And yes, I have my own money, but I don't want to pay for my gas. Like, I shouldn't have to pay for my gas. And so all you ladies out there that's paying for your own gas to like go to a guy's house, you're tripping. You are very, very, very much tripping. So no, get with the program.
With this type of mindset, it's going to be hard for you to find somebody. Simply because it's extremely transactional. If I come over to your house, then you better fill up my gas tank, even if you're like 5 minutes down the road. So if a man takes you out, should he have his hand up and expected for you to reimburse him for that? If he buys you flowers or a gift, should his hand be out? If the man does anything for you, should his hand be out expecting reimbursement? Y'all be asking men to not objectify you and expect you to give them something when they take you out. But when you come to him or when a man asks something, he requests something of you, then you've got your hand and your lip stuck out? Who raised you?
It wasn't him necessarily rejecting me. It was more so him rejecting the opportunity to date someone like me because he knew that he couldn't show up for me. The way that I was carrying myself and my presence and the way that I was maneuvering that time that we did talk for that month, the way that I acted and had my boundaries, let him know that he was going to have to really step up, that this was going to be something for real, that I was looking for something for real. And I realized that that may have scared him off because he wasn't ready for that. It didn't scare him off because I was doing too much. It scared him off because he wasn't ready for that. And so when you do that, you realize that the rejection doesn't hurt as bad. It won't hurt as long.
I mean, if we have coping mechanisms, then the rejection is never going to hurt. But we're also going to avoid any type of self-awareness is what's actually going to happen. He wasn't ready to arise to the occasion. So men are never ready to arise to the occasion. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you a question. How is a man ready to go to war, but he's not ready to talk to a woman? How's that work? He's ready to go into a literal danger zone, but you, with your college degree, you're too intimidating for him. A man is about to take his head off, but somehow, some way, you think that the 3 businesses you started and your 6-figure salary is going to have him shaking. Make it make sense.
I'm going to tell you right now, I am not being submissive. If you want to be with me, you need to be the provider. You need to be the protector. You need to make sure my hair is done, my nails done, my feet are done. Look at my yard. I need my grass cut every single week. Don't worry about how many bodies I got. That's the path. God knows my heart. I'm not going to be cooking. I'm not going to be cleaning. All that is your responsibility. Me and my kids are a package deal. Trust me, if you don't want it, somebody else will.
Guys, the dating scene is getting so bad in New York City that I am seeing on TikTok, there are girls going into Midtown during the week and stealing Finance Bros salads for lunch. And then looking their name up from the salad order on LinkedIn and then messaging them through there and being like, hey, oh my God, so sorry, I grabbed your salad. Like, let me just make it up to you and buy you a new one. And that's how they're like sliding in, which honestly, smart. Why are we stealing men's salads? Like why can't they just come up to us at a bar? Like, why is it getting to this point? Men, just please step up or your salad's gonna taken, your lunch is gonna get taken every week. Like, I'm seeing girls get so creative these days. Like, they're making bracelets with their phone numbers on them and giving them to you guys at the bars. They are taking pictures of you sneakily and then being like, hey, oh my God, making it their phone screen and then being like, hey, can you take a picture of me and my friends so you can see that your picture is their home screen? All just different ways to try to talk to you guys because you guys don't come up to us in New York City. And it's crazy. Like, I know there's so many beautiful women. Like, just go up to one of them. Buy them a drink. You guys have money. You live in the city. You can buy a drink. Stop being cheapos.
Honestly, man, some of these ladies are coming up with ideas that are dumber and dumber. Why would anybody want you touching their food? A man might be super hungry, might have just come from the gym, needs food, and then you just stole it, talking about take me out. I thought you guys were decentering men. Y'all are going to force men by any means necessary to pay attention to you, even if it means writing articles. I posted something on my community tab, I think is what it was. New York New York Times came out with another article that essentially said women are so fed up with dating. Well, the title is The Trouble with Wanting Men. Marta Blue for the New York Times. Women are so fed up with dating men that the phenomenon even has a name. Hetero fatalism. This is what y'all are doing with y'all's time. This is the stuff that y'all are doing in college, in universities. This is the stuff that y'all are getting y'all's master's degrees in. Y'all are writing y'all's dissertations for your PhDs on. Stupidity. Hetero fatalism. What? Instead of working on something that actually matters, y'all finding names for stuff that don't matter. Y'all gonna put it in the show. The show on Netflix is gonna be a hit, and y'all gonna keep on reinforcing things that nobody even knows about outside of y'all's circle. This is foolishness. This is the type of stuff that men stay away from. Stealing people's food to make people pay it. First, it was the male loneliness epidemic. It seems like men are checking out. Where have all the guys gone?
Excuse me? What time you guys close?
The mall closes at 8.
Okay, that was just an excuse. I saw you and I thought you were pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your name? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Bye.
Bye 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 bye.
I don't know if I'm going to actually post this because this is super vulnerable for me and I'm a pretty open person. But earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. And this would probably shock a lot of my friends and my family because I hadn't told anybody, okay? I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, where all of those things, okay? Had a full breakdown. I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years. There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. Let me be very clear about that. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet on this planet. And that is probably the reason why I have not left. Okay. Our relationship and what my expectations are for my marriage and what they always happen are not met, right? Which I don't know if anybody's are. The reason that pushed me to even bring up divorce and talk about it was the fact that I feel like I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because I'm 32 years old. I am a mom of 3 and I still don't know who I am. So for me to be like, oh, I can't be myself or you don't love me for who I am isn't really fair because I don't know who I am. I'm figuring that out every day.
She wants to leave because she feels like something is missing, but the strange part is that she doesn't even know what that is. It all comes across as really vague, and it makes me wonder if there's already someone else in the picture. Maybe she's just turning to social media for a bit of validation, like she needs people to tell her it's okay to leave a good man. I guess she also believes the grass is greener on the other side.
But the reason why I wanted to share this on here in the first place is we are coming up on our 10-year anniversary. We're going to Mexico, to Cabo for our 10-year anniversary trip. And we're rewriting our vows. We never wrote vows in the first place. We didn't have vows when we got married. And I'm struggling to write my vows, like to write a vow. And I think that's because I still feel very unsure in our relationship. The one thing that we finally talked about this past week together, because it's just been something that since we kind of talked about it and I brought it up and we committed to change and we committed to working on our relationship, I started my own business. He quit his job. Roles have changed. Life has been crazy. And we just haven't come back to talking about this subject. And I brought it up again because I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you, like writing these vows is hard. I don't feel like we're any closer. I don't feel like anything has really changed since I brought this up 6 months ago, 9 months ago, whatever. And I want to work on our relationship. Like, at the end of the day, of course, I could get a divorce and try to go find the love that I'm craving with somebody else. But that's going to come with its own hardships, its own complications, and ones that I'm not willing to take on, right? I love Ryan. He is the best father, okay? I guess the reason why I'm coming on here, and if you've made it this long, that's really nice. What have you done in your relationship to get to that point? If you have been in a place where we are and have worked through it and have found things that have brought you closer or that have given you that relationship, like, I'm just, I guess, asking for advice. Like, what have you done in order to get there, and what has worked for you? Like, what has worked for you, and what advice, I guess, you would have for me? Thanks.
So basically what I think I just heard is my husband is perfect, love him, but there's still something missing. And I'm wanting to leave, but it doesn't look like I have any prospects out there right now. None that I would actually want, none that I would jump ship for. So now, at least for right now, I'm looking for solutions in order to fix my marriage, because I don't want that to go in the trash. I want to still maintain that, but if something comes up where it seems like a better play, I'm going to jump onto that. So I'm kind of working both angles to where maybe you still have a fighting chance, Ryan. Maybe if we work on this 2-3 years down the road, maybe 5, and it works to where we can build into my perfect marriage, then I'll consider staying. But within those 5 years, if something comes up, I would also consider leaving. What type of mindset is that to put somebody in? Do y'all ever actually read the room yourselves? Do y'all ever actually stop and wonder, how would this make my partner feel? What kind of mishandling is this? This has got to be mental, emotional mishandling. But y'all not gonna see it like that because you only think about yourselves.
Y'all gotta stop y'all friends from being delusional before it's too late. I had a friend about 6 years ago. I tried to stop her 6 years ago. I got a brush with my other friend today. Come to find out she doing bad, living in her car. She done lost her man because of this internet. I'm telling you, 6 years ago, I realized she was delusional. She had a boyfriend, and I knew him. He was above average, earning, looks, height, everything. He was a good guy. She thought she was bigger than the program. And I realized that because every time I would be around her, she was always showing me what somebody else got, what somebody else on the internet is doing. Oh, look at her man bought her this. She got this. Oh, I want this. And she already had a man who bought her 3 luxury cars. He paid most of her bills. He took care of her. Of course, they weren't rich, but she wasn't even qualified for that type of man that she already had. And for some reason, because she had a decent man, she thought she was bigger than the program. Child, come to find out, he done left her ass. And it's the thing I tried to tell her. Every time she would show me, oh, look at, her man bought her Chanel. Oh, look what she got. I said, you don't know them people. You don't know what she has to go through. You don't know. She'd be showing me like, oh, I know this girl. She getting this and that. I'm like, but you're not in her bedroom. You don't live with her. All you know is what she tells you.
I would have never thought that 3 luxury cars weren't enough. 3 luxury cars. I mean, they're doing all right. They're not rich. 3 luxury cars. She's still worried about what somebody else is doing. He's paying the bills. Do you even work? Do you even have a part-time job? Do you even clock in at McDonald's to act like you're working and then come home after 2 hours? Whoo, that was a day. Wow. Got to do it again next week. I only work one day a week. Get paid my little $16 and come on back to the house just to say I got a job. Just to keep on updating my resume or whatever you want to say. The man is paying bills. He's bought you multiple cars, and you're still worried about what everybody else has. That's the same problem that other lady had. The man is a good husband, perfect husband, and he's still not good enough. Why would a man want to marry somebody like this, who gets on the internet talking about this man he's a perfect man. I love him, but I'm still looking for something else. What a loser.